Hello, conscious brokers here again with you, me, Carolis, and Mantas.
Right.
And we are really happy to be here with you again, share our knowledge, share our experience, share our opinions, and share our love with you. So, today we're going to speak about vision. And I believe this is really important topic in anyone's life that has to be taken into account one, two, three, or more times if you are not sure what kind of a vision you have. And this is very very common in our society that our vision is strongly related to materialistic world or to materialistic needs, and we confuse desires and cravings with the vision itself. So today with Mantas, we're gonna share his point of view, like his vision and my vision on for this world that we carry inside. And I believe you will get really honest and in-depth insights of what we see as a vision, and how we can really manifest this vision. Because I have something to tell you very important at the end of this video on how you can really manifest this vision into your life. So let's get started. Mantas, what is your vision on for this world? I know it's big and it's very honest, so share with us.
I think the name speaks for itself, the conscious broker. So to make as much people as possible conscious, that's the main that's the main that's the main goal. And because if we are going through life and we are doing things unconsciously, then we are like machines, um, programmed certain way, and we're not really living it and feeling it. So yeah, that's why we have this podcast, so we can share our experience and things that we went through. And I don't know, it's very sad that so many people, I don't know, in are stuck in life, and they think that there's no other way, because I don't know, we kind of programmed, we kind of told that we can't do much. We can, I don't know, we can only go to one school, to university, and to get the job, and then retire, and then live. I mean, they sell all kind of bullshit stories, and we buy into it, and then we suffer because we think there is no other way. And
We fake our vision.
um
We fake our vision.
it's not even our vision, is it? It's
Yeah,
someone
yeah, yeah.
told us,
That's
and we
fake
we kind
vision.
we kind of have to take it in, because that's how everyone doing it. That's normal to rely on external world, and what's happening, what other people doing, because um when there is a mess inside, and um we don't see the world right, and we don't have the perception of reality and how things work and how to do things right, because um, our unhealed traumas and cultural programming and broken education system, and the way we were raised, the way our parents was raised, it all affects us, and that's not the right way. um,
Yeah.
and it's hard to get out, because when like you're taking the information, you're programming your brains, and then you kind of stop using your own. I mean, yeah, you don't even try to build your vision. You kind of create dreams or illusions just to, how to say, just to escape, or to dream about it, but you're not really working it because you don't think it's possible because no one's really around doing it. And when you see someone else like getting in it and working it and through living, you think, they just lucky, or their parents were rich, and this and that, and now you just have to work your way up, sort yourself out, so, and heal from and let go all that bullshit so you can straighten your view and perception of reality, and then feel yourself, your perception and um, understanding of reality with right information, and then you can work your way up, because if you put the work in, then it works. But it can't be, it can't be no plan B, there is no plan B. You can't work like that. There is no plan B. It's only lessons, to learn, and adjustments to make. And
There is only a path.
yeah, and yeah, you don't walk one path and then, oh, it's not working out. I'll try to walk another path and then another path, and then you keep failing because you don't really question. That's the thing I was writing today, because if we are failing, that means we are doing something wrong. It's not the world. It's not the world fault that we're failing. I mean, it can be, but it depends what we're doing. But if we are failing, that's probably our fault, that we structure our goals or whatever we're chasing, the ideas, the foundation, the way we're doing it, the way we're approaching, the way we want it. Maybe we're too desperate, and maybe we're chasing wrong things, and maybe we're lying to ourselves and others just to get something, and that doesn't work. And we don't really know what we want, especially at the beginning. So the best scenario is try to listen to your conscience and yourself, and try to guide yourself that way, because all the other ways is it's not you. It's based on it's someone else's way. And yeah, we have to do it from our heart. It has to be our thing, and it's hard to find it, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to slowly let all that cultural programming and all that bullshit that they put in our heads, that we are not worthy of better life, that other people are lucky, and blaming others and playing victim, and it's
The
not it's not it's,
victim mentality in our society is kind of uh, very very popular thing, and
trending, is it? It's very trending.
yeah, but it's also a part of a real story, because when you experience the cultural programming, you are just a victim, as a baby. You are not, if someone is not aware that they being culturally programmed, like, you can't stop something that you don't understand that needs to be stopped. So that's where the real victim mode comes. And the first phase is really taking a responsibility, so leaving the victim mode and taking a responsibility for your life, and for decisions you make, because you cannot like live in other way, unless you was born in conscious family that you know really was developing in you all the traits, all the conscious traits, so you would create yourself based on your inner callings, but otherwise there is like 100 ways of to influence you. The music you listen, the books you read, the TV you watch, the movies you watch, the people you speak. Like that's all cultural programming. Like we spoke that there is only a path. There is only a path, and you know um recently I was drawing one like framework of how I see the ego traumas as a glass bubble, like we mentioned in the previous podcast. And it's really all about how we react to things, because the journey itself, like you can have various goals, like goal after goal, and one goal is failing, and you can say that you done something wrong. But in general, like sometimes we have to fail to allow for something greater to come into our lives.
No,
So
the 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 word failure shouldn't even exist. This is a lesson. No, that's wrong.
yeah, i
Because
just i just touched it because, like you
it's
mentioned, that when you fail you do something wrong.
it comes with negative emotion, but lesson, is different. The failure and
Yeah,
lesson is different. It's way different, and it's hard to understand because they program in school. That way you fail,
yeah.
fail the test, and they give you bad grade and like sit down, kid. You can't change it. You can't do it again, and that's how they program. And then
Yeah.
we go into the world, and when we are afraid to do things because our brains think, oh, you're gonna fail, you're gonna feel bad, but that's
So
yeah.
that's why we have to highlight that failure is not right and not wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's basically when you align, you are just in the path. And we often it's the process. It's a lifelong journey and lifelong practice to be really conscious about the law of one, and understand that in the path we can find many things that we can uh, use as a tackling point to keep our ego busy, and goals are coming really based on the cultural programming, but your journey itself will lead you anyway to the goals, why you are here, why this body is here. And like my personal vision is not about any kind of an empire. It can be my body wants something, to own something, to create something or whatever. But my vision behind whatever I do, whatever way I live, is unity and love for this world. And I want to make this vision happen by doing what I'm doing. And that's how you reach your vision, basically. So your daily actions is a reflection of on what kind of a value systems your vision is based. Because if your vision is good for the world, but your mouth is speaking dividing terms, if your mouth is speaking things that not aligning with your vision, so how you can achieve whose vision is that then? And basically all that bubble what that we are in, all the trauma experience, all these wounds, ego, that's all the programming, is basically what it does. It just creates a behavior. And when things happen in our life, we act in a certain way and we react to things. So when like Manta said, that when we have an educational system programming us for failure and accept failure as a bad thing, when failure happens, you react to it with a stress. But it doesn't changes nothing about failure, except that you feel bad. And it's still it's gonna pass. If you feel bad, it's gonna pass. If you feel very good, it will pass out too. So It's basically in permanence of the world, you know. All this is a law, you know. Everything is moving, everything is changing, and only one true thing is existence. So in the present moment, yeah. So what is the point to worry about, you know, something except your reaction? And you cannot react healthy if you have ego and traumas that wasn't that you didn't give attention to. And you remember, Mantas, we had a conversation about that people are so uncomfortable to be with themselves that they're constantly looking to do something to avoid the face off with themselves. So they're using smartphones, they're smoking cigarettes, they're having a drink, they're speaking with someone, they going to drive, whatever it is. We're doing something to avoid that face off with ourselves, with
Yeah,
our
but
own thoughts, with our own emotions.
yeah, but that's the thing. We are programmed, this way from childhood. Look at the kids now; they are like from, I don't know, three,
So
four
now
years old
is something like big.
with the phones already. Kids from 3 years old, like we used to grow up without phones, so we're lucky. But now kids live with the tablets from age of 3. They already programming their brains to be addicted to cheap dopamine, and they watching them pictures, but they all having it will be consequences. Our brains are getting addicted to whatever we're doing, and if we are programming from early ages, it's like you program your brains to work in certain way to look for cheap dopamine and the fake dopamine, and not really not work on yourself, and you can't get out. You can't help it, in many cases. That's really sad, because you try to tell person, it's like wrong, and you should do other things, and your life will improve, and
that's
that,
that's
but
based on your opinion, you know. Someone would say that, you
yeah.
know, if I live wrong way of living, you know, wrong way of life, you know, it's based on your opinion. That's what is the that's where it comes, that we don't have in this world, um there is no one, basically one agreement on something that is really a
Yeah.
way of living. And when we have so much diversity, it creates that tiny bubbles that is constantly appearing and exploding at certain point. So new ideology comes, it explodes at certain point. And yeah, and some people, you know, they will live all their lives with religious programming, educational system, TV, that mainstream media, the government, and so on, the Hollywood movies, whatever. And some people will experience much more programming, but they just awake. That's it, and it just happens, you know. So what I see really is that if this world is based on trends, let's create conscious trends. And you know, you cannot maybe you know, save all the world at certain point, but what you can do is basically to help them in their journey to feel lighter, you know, to feel more less suffering. Because all this all these cycles, when kids, especially kids, like I see very often, when kids, they are so nervous, they are so impatient, they're so demanding, craving. The small kids, like, it's so, you know, it can be so frustrating if I wouldn't know that, you know, things in life can change like that, you know, for some people. And you know, my brothers was growing up for a certain time, and they was addicted to the phones, to the devices, you know. And they are now doing the meditation, sports, and self-educating routines that really took them off from that place. And they are starting to appreciate the life. They're starting to think about the future, about good things. And I think there are things that maybe is irreversible, because it don't need to be reversed. Something has to just to be in our world. Some things are teaching us. And all these ego bubbles, they're also teaching us.
Yeah, we have to go through stuff, to understand and to know it, because some things you can, even if you try to explain to person, we have to go through. It's not like, because they see the world uh, based on their experience and what they encounter along the way, and to go to the next level, they need to experience, certain emotions, and
Yeah,
le-
certain
learn
events, people.
le- and learn the lessons, so they can, when they if they learn the lessons, they will adjust, their plans, their goals, and it might be not even um, be perfect or they succeed, but that's how you do. You go through life, you try things, you fail, then you readjust your plans and you keep doing it until you straighten everything out, and then you realize that everything works. If you try to do your best and do it right, it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of work to get out of that bubble and programming, and because you think that there is no other way, there's only darkness, and when someone's telling that I'm coming at, I'm trying to tell, oh, there is a light, like, what do you mean, it's dark, because yeah, you only seen dark, so of course.
And you know people are afraid of light because they feel and they know that light is way much more powerful than darkness. And that's what scares them, the responsibility that comes with power. And I'm now, quoting the Spider-Man, but but the thing is that it's true. It's true. Like with huge power comes huge responsibility. And our we have huge responsibility in front of our audience, like in front of our listeners, because we are also learning, like we're also healing. And all these tiny patches, like we have huge holes in the bubble, but there are tiny patches that coming up, teaching us a lesson, and we go further. So that's where is that responsibility of what we do we walk our talk, or what is happening. We have to be congruent in this journey, because if we're not congruent with what we teach, it will never work.
You were saying that there is a lot of responsibility in the light, but that's the only way to truly experience and live your life to the fullest, because
Yes,
that
yes.
that's you. Then
There
you,
is
when
also
you
a lot
heal,
of
you are
responsibilities in
you.
darkness, a
You're
lot of
not.
consequences.
Yeah, you're not possessed by your traumas, your egos, and you don't have to feed it. So you can be yourself, and you can do what you want, what your conscience tell you to do, and you can grow, and then yeah, life is beautiful, life is precious. But when our view is polluted, by some, I don't know, traumas, and ego gets in our way, we can't see it right. We
Yeah,
just we don't appreciate, people not even how many people there not even conscious about it. We can't accept the fact that we don't have forever, and tomorrow isn't promised for everyone. It's not, and it's hard to accept it, because it's, yes, but if you accept it, then, and it's nothing to be scared of, but just appreciate, the moment where you are now, and try to do your best and live,
at
and
least
not,
enjoy.
yeah, and not just do things for sake of doing it, that because everyone is doing it, because you need to feed your traumas and ego and other shit, because that's not life. That's, I mean, there is life, but that's that way you will never experience life, and it's magic, because life is magical.
And you
But
can't really living in this way, you can't really expect that you will know your vision, you will feel your vision from first days when you start to think about this, because that's why we have to do the healing, that's why we have to do the cleaning of our path. And yeah, and like I said, I will share something very important at the end of the video of today, and about how to really manifest your vision, and what is really that vision manifestation part. So basically, where I'm heading to is that your vision will never be materialistic. There is nothing with our material world. It is all about the traits and foundations of our behaviors, of our emotions, that leads us to certain vision. And when we confuse goals with vision, we can often feel very good by achieving goals, but we can lose our dignity along the way. We can lose the respect for ourselves along the way. Some people prioritize money in their life. Some people prioritize power in their life. And I recently saw the post, like a drawing on the wall, when power of love will overcome love of power, world will rise. And that's really was my body went full of goosebumps. And this is really powerful, because that's where the difference in your vision comes. What kind of a human being you are deep in the heart, so you can see that vision. Vision is not owning stuff, it's not building empires, it's not about whatever other shit that is material. It's
it's ba-
about huh?
it's based on love. It's
It's
based
based
of
on love, and it's the purest form of what you project to this world, what you wish for this world, and this is all about. And now the secret, how to manifest the vision. And Mandas, I believe you're excited to hear this. Just surrender. Just let it be. It will come. It will come immediately after you release the need to make this vision happen. It will come to you as a force that you will need time to handle. That's why life is preparing you. That's why life gives you struggle. That's why life gave you ego. Because by demolishing that bubble of ego and traumas, how many traits, pure love traits, human traits you get? What kind of experience you learn? And if you today are feeling that you are controlled by cultural programming and by your ego, that's perfectly fine. You are in the journey. So do whatever you can to be conscious that you are not the product that was created. This is all about. Keep practicing the detachment from the product and unite with this world.
well, everything is, that's the thing. We must understand that everything is shaping us,
Yeah,
and preparing us,
like a
and
sculptures.
we have to, yeah, we just have to keep walking that path, because as we walk the path, reveals itself. But we just
Yeah,
have to walk, and not give up on ourselves, like, and accept our current state of being and reality, the way it is. We must, how I was writing the other day, we have to, when we grow, when we born and we grow, we kind of have to adjust to everything around us, and but we constantly growing. So then we are teenagers and then 18 years old. We still have to work on ourselves and improve, and that way we have to challenge or given reality,
Yeah.
and challenge ourselves, and not just accept that, oh, I am the way I am, the things around me, the way it is. My parents was like that, so I can't be that. None of my friends doing that, so how my friend told me that I will never do this. My teacher in the school said I'm a loser, I never make it. All that shit, you can't take it. It's poison to your head. It's all like everyone will try to put the world will try to, I don't know, drown you, and you have to be strong and keep walking, and just and push that all you have to separate, like where's the good and valuable information and where is just bullshit coming to. It's like compost,
Yeah.
you growing, so all that bullshit that comes to you need it, but it's compost for you to grow, so you grow faster, because if there is no compost, you can you can't grow that quick, so you need that, and that's a test, if you, again, if you get hurt by it, if you take it in and let it affect your vision and the way you see the world, or you just take it, maybe, I don't know, like inspiration or motivation, that, like, okay, you told me, I can't do this or that, I'm gonna show you that I can do it, because
Yeah.
no one else doing it. So I have this life. I might make something of myself, it's nothing better that we can do, we just have to um rewire our brain and get out of that self-destructive mode, and it works. But yeah, we need to work, we need to put the work and challenge ourselves and reality, and not
let's
just accept.
let's put some work in. Let's put some work in
Yeah,
that.
that's if we work, it works, but if we
Yeah.
work, if we are doing bare minimum to survive, or we are not conscious about what we're doing, and we just feeding, we doing out of our egos, or we desperate, or we trying, get, because I don't know, my neighbor have it and I want it. It's not this. Your life and your path and your vision is your vision, and
Yeah.
if you're doing it and you truly feel that I mean, you're trying to do your best and you feel good about it, you shouldn't take shit from no one else, because they just putting their expectations on you. They put in their failures. Is But again, it's part. It's always gonna be haters. It's always, gonna be people who talking shit. But those who talking, they are not doing much, because if you're doing something, you are not going around and talking shit about others, because it's just you focus on your life, on what you have to do next, on your future, all that past and bullshit and negativity, it doesn't matter to you, it's again, but yeah, that's part of life, and we can't escape, same way we can't escape death, so that's just part of life, and it's nothing to
just
be
just
scared.
another just another step in the journey,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
You just you have to understand and do that's we have to put the right foundation, and that life is this and that and that. So we know, that we have to live this life, that we're gonna die one day and stuff like that. So we are conscious, and we're not like naive kids, that we like living in wonderland and thinking that we have forever, and we can mess around, is
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we are here, to share with you what is our experience on this life, what we went through. And both of us, we came from certain darkness in our life. We've been culturally programmed, same as everyone else. We experienced traumas in our life as everyone else, and we each of us have unique story that we can share and learn from. And somehow life united me and Mantas to do this journey together by sharing everything that comes to us that we want to share with you. And if you're watching this, that means you are in the path, and enjoy your path, act according to love, and make this world a better place. See you.
Take care.